Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Matty Balls and today I am back with another video. In my last video I said, hey, if you guys want me to give my thoughts on the new Tyler album in a video, let me know. 2 people said they did, and I think that's enough to justify making this video, and I also just wanted to do it. So today I'm going to be talking about Tyler the Creator's new album, Call Me If You Get Lost. So I've listened to the album a handful of times throughout these past couple days and I'm really enjoying it. So in this video I think I'm just going to go throughout the track list and talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and stuff like that. Alright, so starting off with the first track, Sir Baudelaire. Honestly, it wasn't like my favorite, but it wasn't bad at all. It was definitely like a decent intro track and I like the end of it. But I think it was a pretty solid track. I really don't have much to say about it. I don't refer back to it a ton. The next track, Corso, however, I love that song. The production on this song was amazing. And I love how the beat just constantly was changing and that the energy Tyler was bringing, I really enjoyed it. In this song, he kind of introduces one of the big themes throughout this album, which is where he was in some sort of relationship with a girl who was already in a relationship, and it was kind of just a messy thing. He knew he was in the wrong, but he was also comfortable with it. It was weird. It was kind of like a reverse Igor type of thing, but a little different. I'm not exactly sure. However, that was a big theme throughout the album. The third track, Lemonhead, I honestly, this is like I think this is the one song on the album I didn't really like. I've never been a fan of 42 Dugg, and I didn't really love the beat, but I mean, honestly, if 42 Dugg wasn't on the song, maybe I'd enjoy it more, but not my favorite song. What's Your Name? Super wavy. I think what was interesting to me about this song, not the Youngboy feature, obviously that was good and surprised everyone, but what was interesting to me was how Tyler sounded. I feel like he sounded different, or his cadence. I've never heard this cadence from him. I don't know if any of you guys picked that up or noticed that, but I feel like he just sounded different on the song. Not in a bad way, but just like something I'm not used to. Obviously, excellent production on that song. The fifth track, Lumberjack, it came out as a single like a week ago. I really enjoyed that song. I've been listening to it for a while now, but it's always been a slapper. I really enjoyed that one. Number 6, Hot Wind Blows, another one of my favorite songs on this album. The production on this song is just ridiculously good. The samples and the way it just weaves in and out of the song. I think throughout this entire album, he's had excellent production. He had a variety of different styles throughout each song and just kind of kept changing it, but he had these like themes sprinkled out of traveling and like the vibes you'll hear on like Safari or in this song or at the beginning of Massa. He has like these kind of like travel tropical vibes sprinkled throughout the album that kind of just give it this traveling vibe, and it's really interesting. Yeah, the production on that song was great. I really liked Wayne's verse. I didn't love the part where he sped it up, but it is growing on me a little bit. But yeah, I love hearing Wayne on Tyler beats. I'd really love to hear a collab tape between the two of them. That would be amazing. The 7th track, Massa, probably another one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song. I really enjoyed how the song just like, this may have been my favorite song because I really enjoyed how it starts off so simple and he's just kind of like, you know, keeping it monotone, and then he's rapping about his life and he has so many bars in this song. It's amazing. And then the beat starts progressing and changing, and like there's the chords and the melodies that just keep coming in. The drums are insane on this song, and then his voice kind of picks up with the intensity of like what he's rapping about, how he's feeling. I think this song is a masterpiece. The bars, it's just such a good song. Throughout the entire album, his lyricism is insane. Track 8, Running Up, it was pretty solid. It wasn't my favorite. I was pretty disappointed that Tizo didn't get a lot more time because I'm a fan of Tizo, and I think it's really cool that Tizo is on a Tyler album just because I recently found Tizo and I've really been enjoying his music. I wish Tizo had a chance to like sing or something, but he did his thing. He did his little like weird Tizo flow and at the end, and I thought it was funny and I really enjoyed that, but I wish he had his own verse and he had more time on the beat to shine. But when I heard his ad-libs come in the beginning, I was so excited. It was a pretty solid song and definitely a song I'll play again, but it wasn't my favorite off the album. Number 9, Manifesto, was another one of my favorite songs. I really enjoyed Dom's verse on this song. It was super good, and then the way Tyler comes in and just like the beat change in the beginning was good too. I just think this was another really solid song, and I really enjoyed the rapping on this one. The production is really good. Track 10, Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Dance, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I just like, I have a few issues with it. I wish it was a little shorter, and I don't think Tyler's singing on this song was the greatest compared to like some singing maybe on like Flower Boy and other songs. It was pretty solid. I did enjoy it. The beat was super good. The way it changed and the features in the song were great. I just wish it wasn't 9 minutes. I think it could have been condensed to like 5 or 6, but that's just my one issue with the song. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. Rise is another song I really like. I feel like it's kind of slept on right now. It's being overshadowed by a lot of other songs, but I really enjoyed it. I liked the feature from Daisy World. I liked her singing on there, and I really enjoyed Tyler's second verse, or like the second half of the song, because he's just spitting. The beat's pretty simple in this song, but like the background vocals really helped, and the chorus was good, and I liked the message, and I just enjoyed his second half of the song where he was just spitting bars. It was really awesome. Juggernaut is also just a banger. I loved when Uzi came in. That was so fire. Pharrell's verse was fire. The beat was interesting. I really enjoyed it. The music video was weird, but that was a cool song to hear. Juggernaut, I think the name of the song really suits the vibe of the song, because it's just a hard song and they're just going hard on it, and it's interesting how it fits into the album, but it still doesn't feel like it's out of place, and I really enjoy it. So I think Wilshire was a really good song. I was listening to Sean C's album review, and he said he wishes the beat was more interesting, and I agree, but I can totally see how that wasn't the purpose of the song. The song was him telling a story, and this is kind of like the climax of the story where he talks about all the relationship issues with this girl that he liked, but she was already in a relationship. That whole story, it was just kind of a story song. It's like those old school rap songs, like it reminded me of Kendrick's Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, where the beat remained relatively the same throughout the first half of the song, and he was just rapping, telling a story, and it reminded me of a lot of those types of songs. Is kind of how I felt about this one, and I enjoyed it because if you just want to listen to a story, Tyler's lyricism on the song is really good. And then track 16, Safari, I really enjoyed this song too. The production was great. It kind of like built up to that verse at the end, and it was really good. Surprised he hasn't gotten in trouble for that verse, but I really enjoyed this song, and I thought it was a really good finishing touch to the album. And the Safari vibes, it just kind of, I feel like you hear a lot of the sounds you hear in Safari throughout the entire album, so it's interesting kind of how it builds up to that final song. All in all, I think this was a really good album. I really loved his production on this album. I feel like it was super crafty, and it was just like the way the beats are changing on this album and progressing and transitioning, you don't notice it. It's so clean and smooth until you kind of are like, wait, this is not the same beat that I was listening to at the beginning of the song. It's just super good, and his production is amazing. So yeah, the production on this album, as you can always expect from Tyler, was magnificent. And another thing that really stuck out to me was honestly just his lyricism. Like, I feel like, you know, Tyler always has bars and stuff, but this album, I feel like especially, it was just super personal, but also at the same time super hard, so I really enjoyed that. I think my top 3 songs, I'll just give you guys right now. If you haven't listened to the album, want to check some out, my top 3 would be Corso, Massa, and Hot Wind Blows. Probably some of my favorite songs. And then if you want some other songs that are pretty fire, check out Safari, Juggernaut, Manifesto. Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Talk is kind of just like a wavy little beachy song is what I think of. But yeah, those are some of my favorite songs, and I honestly liked every song on the album except for the song with 42 Doug, unfortunately. But yeah, this album for me is probably like a 9. I really enjoyed it. I think this might be, you know, I gotta give it some time to sit, but this may possibly be my second favorite Tyler album. I think Flower Boy has the #1 spot because there wasn't a bad song on that album. So for me, I'm thinking it's kind of like Flower Boy, Call Me If You Get Lost, Wolf is kind of where I'm at. I really enjoy Wolf, if you guys don't know. Igor was a great concept album, and I think that was amazing, but it just wasn't like my favorite. That would definitely be like #4 though. Cherry Bomb also has a special spot in my heart. I can always talk more about that if you guys want me to, but yeah, I think this was a super great album, and you guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already. When the album dropped, I also was tweeting about it, so if you guys ever want to hear like my thoughts on music that I might not always post on YouTube, make sure to check out my Twitter at MattyBalls with 2 Z's. I post a lot of music stuff on there. I've been listening to a lot of new albums recently, like a lot of alt rap right now is what I've been checking out, a lot of Peggy. So I've been doing some reviews on there, so if you guys ever just want to get a little album review, hear what I'm listening to, check out my Twitter. I also just tweet random things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this Tyler album in the comments below. If you like these types of videos and you want to see more type of content, music related from me, make sure to subscribe down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Other than that, this has been Matty Balls. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.